okay. It's a little later than 10 o'clock. Sometimes, you guys, I'm just not going to be right on time. So forgive me, and forgive me for my voice today. There is just something, I guess, going around my house, but I totally feel fine. But my voice is gone. Anyways, okay, hi, everybody. Glad you're joining me. Hello, hello. Okay, yesterday, I have something to say really fast. So yesterday, my mom was so devastated because just her and my dad with technology, they just cannot understand it, but they're trying. And so I've tried to get her a tripod. I've tried to set her up to do, videos because I want you to see her, not just me. And anyway, she lives far up in the mountains. All my family. Hello from Georgia. Hello, everybody. Wow. She lives far up in the mountains, like east of Park City, and her service is horrible. So all day she was trying to send the video of the scones, and long story short, it just never worked out. It was crazy. And finally, after trying to send it all day and leaving, sorry, my hair's everywhere, and leaving all day and trying to send it other places anyways. So if you want to see the full video of the scones, go to our Facebook because it's on there, but we couldn't even post it as one video. So she just wanted me to tell you how sorry she was. So sorry about that. And like I said, so sorry about my voice if this is so annoying to listen to. Okay, so we are making Navajo tacos. Who doesn't love a Navajo taco? I love them, okay? So this is talking about scones too. So yesterday, that would be like an English scone. My mom was explaining that, how that kind of a scone is an English scone. This is an Indian fry bread, okay? And so this is super good. I'm sure everybody's had a Navajo taco, but this is what I think is so delicious, is everything homemade. When you make the homemade chili, the homemade bread is the Navajo taco and all that, I just think it's way yummier. But I'm going to tell you the other option when you don't have enough time, okay? So I have I'm trying to set it back. So I like to show you how I make a ton of things by hand, all my breads by hand. This one, I don't. Let me just turn this off 1 second. Sorry when I go out of the screen. Sorry, I'm back. Okay, so this one I don't like to make by hand because it makes a lot. So I have my Bosch that I use this for, and I love my Bosch. But honestly, our pizza doughs, our French baguettes, our Italian bread, all of that I normally just mix by hand. But this one I do like to do in the Bosch. Has anybody ever made the white bread? It's very good. So there's two different things that I wanted to tell you about the white bread. You will most likely add all of the flour. You know how I tell you to add slowly, but it tells you that in the recipe. It says add 5 cups of flour and then add another 5 cups. You will most likely add all of the flour. Today I did, but just keep mixing until your dough starts coming away from the sides, okay? And then you knead it on low. And if you don't have a bread mixer, you can do this by hand. You don't have to have a bread mixer. But anyway, so just know it's the same technique when you know your bread is done. It starts coming away from the sides. So that's how you'll know your white bread is actually done and not too sticky. And you just want it to be always a playable dough like this. You never want it to be too hard and not playable because it's just gonna taste too dense and too, you know what I mean? So on the white bread, you're supposed to let it rise in your mixing bowl for at least 30 minutes. Then it does another rise. So if you were making this into bread loaves, you would then shape it, knead it on the counter, then shape it, and then you would let it rise in your bread pans. So when I do Navajo tacos and I do it with this homemade white bread, I sometimes don't use it all because this is a lot of dough. Navajo tacos are such a great thing to make for a big party. or if you have a family that's coming over for dinner. So anyways, long story short, if you don't use all of this dough for your Navajo tacos, I turn this into loaves. So you can do that too, and I'll show you. So anyway, do you guys have any questions? I hope my comments or anything aren't turned off. So now if you didn't want, okay, well, I'll tell you if you don't want to do homemade at the very end. How about that? Okay, so when you take your Navajo tacos, I guess I'm going to take you now back over here. Sorry. I have made homemade chili. I have made our homemade chili. And it's been simmering now. I love our homemade chili. Our homemade chili is so delicious. And we have a homemade white chili that if you've never tried either, they're so good. This chili, honestly, I would put it up against any chili. So that's why I love to make everything homemade for the Navajo tacos. But let me tell you something. So when you take your dough and you're gonna make your Navajo taco, I just go and I pinch off, just like a decent size, you pinch it off, and then you're going to shape it. You're going just to kind of shape it, like how the scones are. But let me tell you, after this has been rising for 30 minutes in the pan, I put it on the counter like this. I put it on my counter like this, and I let it rise for at least 5 minutes because there's two rising. Hey, sorry, I've got my kids. Okay, because there's two risings of the bread dough, you never want to just make the white bread dough and then start frying it. So I'm sorry if this is so annoying. Anyway, so after you shape your scone, okay, like this, then like I said, I like to put it on the counter. You don't have to put it on wax paper or anything like that, but I like to. So this has now been rising for at least 5 minutes, okay? Now, you want to make sure, which this is probably now getting too hot because I'm trying to get it hot. The way you test your oil to make sure your oil is hot is you're going to take a little pinch of your bread, okay? And then you're going to put it in the frying pan. And when it starts going like this, I'm trying to show you. When it starts going quick, that's when you know your oil is ready, okay? So I'm going to start making up. So like I said, I've taken my pinches of dough, and now they've been going for at least 5 minutes. Then, because the grease and different things like that, I like to get a plate. Oh my, this one's really bubbling. Sorry. And then it's gonna go super quick, okay? And you don't want your scone to be actually too thick, and you don't want your oil to be too hot, because have you ever made a scone that actually is, it gets done really fast, but then it's super doughy in the middle? So you want it to be good. So when I fry anything, we just like to get a plate with a couple of paper towels and place it on here. So you kind of just get the grease off, you know what I mean? But I think you get the hint of this. Does anybody have a question about frying their scones? I think you get it. But the most important thing that I wanted to tell you is you need to let it rise for at least 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes on your counter before you start frying. Because I've had a lot of you say that you just take the bread dough right away and then you start frying it. It needs to rise for at least 5 to 10 minutes. Is anybody asking questions and I'm not getting them? Ever since that happened to me like 2 times, I'm so nervous. So this is just good. Your oil's hot. You've fried your scone. So like I said, this is just an Indian fry bread. So now we're just gonna take you back over here. I think you get the idea, right? How do I avoid getting burned by splattering oil? Just be careful. I would turn it down. Don't get it so crazy hot. But It's sometimes gonna do that. You just gotta be careful. You just gotta be super careful. I don't know if I have an amazing tip for that, but I don't really get burned. I don't really get burned. Okay, yeah, just a second. Okay, what kind of oil is best for deep frying, and what do you do with the oil when you're finished? Okay, good question. Sorry about my voice. I like to use canola oil. I feel like that's what even the recipe says. I'll make sure, but we just like to use canola oil that you buy from Costco. And when I'm finished with it, I like to wait until it's completely cool. And then if you've got like a can, like say we've just made the homemade chili, and so we've got our cans left over in the trash. Just one second. Just one second. Okay, just one second. Sorry. Okay, if you have like a leftover can in the trash, then you would pour your oil in the can, and then that's how I like to put it in the trash. That's what I like to do. My mother-in-law is Navajo and makes dry bread all the time. She uses shortening as the oil and uses bluebird flour. Yum, yeah. Shortening's great. You can do that. Yeah, shortening, canola oil. That's just what I use. You could use anything. You could use coconut oil, I'm sure. If anybody has restrictions on canola oil, if you want to use peanut oil, anything. You can honestly fry them with anything. So I'm just going to then show you really fast how you do a Navajo taco up, okay? So you've got your scone, and then the toppings and everything is what makes it so yummy. So we're going to take some of our delicious chili, which is so good. This chili is so good, you guys. It's the best chili. You've got to try it. So then we have shredded cheese. We have shredded cheese that we're just gonna kind of put on top. Tomatoes. I don't know. I mean, my mom's probably gonna say I didn't put it in the right order. I don't know exactly what order she does it. Do it to whatever order you like. Then I do some sliced tomatoes, some black olives, and then I put some sour cream. This is what I love on a Navajo taco, like this, right here. Look at this goodness. Gosh, you got your mother-in-law as a Navajo. Anyway, so these are really fun. Then as a different option, when you don't want to do the chili Navajo, you can put butter with honey on it. You can put anything on a Navajo taco. You can do like a cinnamon sugar scone. So I love to have one like this. And then, like I said, I love to have a dessert one. Anyway, so it's so good. Okay, how do you get food smells out of your house, especially when you fry things, sausage, bacon, and scones? I just open my window. Let it air out. I don't know. I mean, the smell's going to kind of be there, but I never feel like it's so gross and overpowering. Just open a window. You know, let it air out. Let it air out. Okay, so look at this. I'm going to show you a bite of this. This is seriously so good. So I'm going to have so much bread left over. I'm going to make it into a loaf. This is probably a massive. All right. This thing is so good. Now let me tell you. Oh my gosh. It's a treat. These are a treat. Okay, now if you do not have the time and you don't want to make a homemade version, let me tell you, you can buy Hormel chili. If you want it meatless, buy the Hormel chili with just beans. And the other thing is my mom, we don't really use Rhodes rolls. We really don't. I'm so sorry about my voice. We really don't use Rhodes rolls. But if you want to do these fast, you need to buy the Texas size Rhodes rolls. They're the perfect size, and those are the ones that you would buy, and this is a super fast meal. So if you don't have the time to make the chili or make the bread, then I suggest getting the Texas size Rhodes rolls and get the Hormel chili, and then you've got all the rest of your toppings, and it will be just as good. But you've got to try it homemade. And I love that I've got all this. I mean, I'm going to make up more. Obviously, this isn't enough for my family. probably 2 scones a person. Love to eat them. But I'm going to now make this into a loaf, which is so great too. Okay, what if you don't have a bread mixing machine? You can do it by hand. I do all my bread by hand, but this one, I like to pull out my Bosch, but I show everything by hand. That's what's so great that my mom taught me. It was such a just great life lesson for me. When I went to college, I didn't have the money for a Bosch and a KitchenAid and all the, fancy kitchen essentials. And so she taught me how to do everything by hand. And so that's what's so great about it. But a Bosch is great to have, and I love my Bosch, but you don't have to have it. I've never made chili. I'm so excited to try it. You've never made chili? Who is that? Oh my gosh, I know who that is. You have got to make chili. My heavens. Okay, do you post your lives on YouTube? I'm trying to post them on my YouTube. Sometimes, you guys, my videos do not save on this Instagram, and so it's so frustrating. But I'm trying to post them on my Facebook and my YouTube, so make sure to look. Yes, Heidi, I knew it was you. I just wasn't going to say your name. To social media. Heidi, that's so funny. You've got to make this chili. Our chili is insane, and especially our white chili, but this is the best chili you'll ever make. Anyways, was this an okay live? Did you learn something? Do you have any more questions about the dough or how you fry it or anything like that? Are there any other questions? This is seriously so good. Like I said, just be careful to get your oil at the right temperature, because I hate when you get a scone that gets done super fast, but it's still doughy inside. So the perfect test is put a little bit of your dough, test it out, and oh my gosh, but if you have the time, you need to make this chili. And I'm gonna have a lot left over. So guess what? Put all of your freezer in a Ziploc baggie and freeze it, and you have another meal. You have another meal that's waiting for you. But this is serious goodness. Serious. I can't stop. Done. Trying the white chili. Do you do that with scones too? No. Do not do the white chili with scones. No. That's completely different. Okay. What do you use your marble slab for that's behind your stone? Okay. So, I know I say it a lot, but I'm in a rental. So, there's only so much that you can do to make it your home. I love having a marble slab because it's decor. But right now I have it like this, but sometimes I will take it out. I love to make like pastries on it. It's really good to have marble. And all of my sisters, the homes that I've been showing you are all of my sisters' fabulous homes, and they all have marble. And so I'm trying to dream that someday I will have marble, but I love to use it. It's actually, this is a fun little tip actually. If you wanted to have a little slab of marble to just roll things out on, or have it for decor or anything like that, you can go down to a marble or granite place, and my sister and I did this, and they take slabs of just marble that they couldn't use, just wasted marble. If you go anywhere, they've got them just sitting like that, and you can tell them the dimensions of what you would like to have. And so I just picked this size. And anyways, they make it up for you, and it's pretty inexpensive. But World Market is now selling a marble slab. So I like to cook on it, and I like to use it for decor. Like put it on your island or whatever. Sorry, I keep talking way too much. But I love having that thing because I cook on it. So that's a really good tip. You can go to any kind of marble, granite place, and they can make it for you. Because one day I want marble in my kitchen when I have a home again and not in a rental. Did I miss anything else? I talk way too much. Okay, great demo. Thanks. Can't wait to make this. Okay, thank you. I think that's a great new twist for tacos. We usually have fillings pied in a bowl and use chips to eat it. I'm looking forward to try the Navajo taco. Oh, it's so good. Lizzie, your lives are best. Thank you for being so passionate about cooking. You guys are so nice. Oh, you guys have to make a Navajo taco. Anyways, I hope you learned something, and I hope that you want to try the homemade everything. This bread is our homemade white bread. And so you can make this into the loaves after, whatever. This is the best homemade white bread. All of our breads are so delicious, but I'm just trying to get you guys excited. Seriously, I know we keep talking about this, but for all of our new followers and all of our old ones that know us, I'm sorry you hear it a lot, but it's not just about our recipes. My mom gives a million good, over 400 recipes that you're going to love, but it's really the lifestyle and the importance of sitting around the dinner table. So that is why I am passionate to share it on to you, because it's the most important thing you can do for your family is to get around, have good food going on, the good smells. Everybody knows that your kids, when they smell something good in the kitchen, what do? They gather, they come into the kitchen. What are you doing, Mom? What are you making? Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So that is what you want to be creating in your homes. And so I love this recipe. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be eating it for lunch and snacks and everything. Anyways, okay, so glad you're just trying to call me and so pretty. Oh, whatever. You guys are so nice. Okay, just join on the beer bread. Does all the beer burn out? Yes. We don't drink alcohol. We have some recipes that have alcohol in it, but don't worry because all the alcohol comes out when you cook with alcohol, so don't worry about it. But you can use non-alcoholic beer if you would rather. I just saw on how can I keep the dough for later? Just how long? How long? You could just leave it out. You could just leave the dough out. You would just have to punch it. It's going to continue to rise all day. But if you wanted to make it now, I'm pretty sure you could just leave it all day. DM me after. I'll ask the food nanny because I wish she was on right now. I think she is. But I think it would be fine to totally make up the bread now and just keep it going all day on your counter. It will just continue to rise, so just punch it down. But I think you're totally fine. Can you freeze them in pre-made balls? No, I would not do that. Can I refrigerate it to keep it for later? I would honestly keep it on your counter because if you put it in the fridge, it's going to get cold and it's going to kill the rising of it. So I would just leave it on your counter. But I just think, I've left mine out many times. I just would say leave it out on the counter. But I know the food nanny has her certain way. We do it different, but I would leave it out on the counter because it's going to keep the bread rising and you're not going to kill it. Putting it in the fridge would not be good. It would not be good. Will this be uploaded anywhere? Yes, I'm trying to upload it on YouTube and Facebook. So how many dough balls does it usually make? This is a ton. Oh my gosh. I mean, how many does it make? A ton. If you were serving a big party, you're gonna have more than enough. Yes, keep it covered. Just put a dish towel. Just like this. Just get a cute little dish towel and put it out on your counter and just let it rise. It's gonna be fine setting it out all day. It's gonna be fine. Like I said, it's gonna continue to rise, but just punch it down. I do not put it in the fridge. And I would not, we've never done that to freeze dough in balls. I don't know. I just don't think I would. I don't know. But Heidi, text me later. I don't know. Okay, I just haven't done it. But I'm going to make more scones up just for my dinner now. And I'm going to save my scones because I'm just going to reheat them. And then I'm going to make the rest of this into a bread loaf. Anyways, so I don't know. I hope that answered your question. Leave it on the counter. Leave it on the counter. I don't know how many it makes. It makes a lot. Look how much dough this is. It's going to make a lot. I think it's all depending on what size you do and all of that. But it's going to make a lot. It's going to make a lot. So you'll probably want to turn it into a bread loaf. I might put mine in the fridge and it still rises. Sometimes exploding out of the container. But I put it in. You do put it in the fridge? Okay, well, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure my mom would be saying to leave it on the counter. I'm pretty positive. But I'll make a story right after this. I'll ask her what she says, but I'm pretty sure because I just leave mine on the counter and because it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine either way, but I just think normally when you put it in the fridge, you're killing it. Just like pizza dough, you can make the pizza dough in advance and leave it on your counter. So I'm gonna be doing a live tomorrow on pizza. If you have any specific questions for all our new followers or anybody else, please ask me and I will answer your pizza questions tomorrow. I'm gonna do another live on it. I'm gonna show an Italian pizza. It's to die for. So make sure to ask me any questions you have about a pizza stone, a pizza peel, anything. Make sure to ask your questions. Okay, well, hope you tried the Navajo taco and I hope that you understood. If you have no time, get the Hormel chili and buy the Rhodes Texas size rolls. But anyways, if not, make the homemade version. It's gonna be worth it. Anyways, thanks you guys. We love you. Thanks for everything. And make sure to let me know what you want me to see tomorrow. Do you have a homemade pizza red sauce? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. DM me if you don't have the recipe. Our pizzas are out of this world. And I'm going to be doing a live on it tomorrow. Anyways, ask me whatever you need. Hope you have a fabulous Thursday. And we will talk to you later. Okay, thank you.